Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Here we are midweek, continuing our laws of Kriyas HaTorah. Please continue davening for Chalei Tzvah and Israel. Refuah Shalom L'chol Petzuei Yisrael, safe return of our hostages. And we continue to dedicate our learning Le'ili Nishmat, Seren Daniel Shem Ben Rav Doron V'Shalei Hashem Yikum Damo. And a public safety reminder to think twice before you check your pager. Next halacha, Hagbah v'Hachzaras Sefer HaTorah. Tiktu Chachamim l'Hagbah es Sefer HaTorah l'Haros es Os Yosef l'Kol HaKahal. Chazal instituted that we had to raise the Sefer Torah so that everyone could see the letters of the Torah, everyone in the congregation. So the institution was originally made to raise the Torah before Torah reading. So Sephardim follow this custom. If you've ever davened in a Sephardic meaning, you'll see they do Hagbah, especially with their Sefer Torah, how they open it up and walk around with it. Some Ashkenazim, not that I've never seen, however, most Ashkenazim, like we do what we call Hagbah after laning, so everybody knows that it's listening to the Torah is the main part. And through this, because of this, we show the Torah, the letters of the Torah to the nation, to the congregation. So how important is Hagbah? Sometimes if you're giving out honors in shul and you say, oh, here you can have Hagbah, a person will be like, really, Hagbah? I wanted Shlishi. But the Gemara Megillah Daf Lamed Beis tells us that the Golel, which really means Hagbah, no tel schar keneged kol misha alol Torah, that the person who does Hagbah gets the reward tantamount to all the other people who were called to the Torah. So it's not better than Shlishi, it's better than all 7 aliyahs combined. Therefore, it's appropriate to honor a very distinguished person from the community to do Hagbah. Nowadays, we give it to regular people as well. However, it's more appropriate to give it to the more distinguished members of the congregation. However, you also have to take into account that you have to give Hagbah to someone that can actually lift it. It could be the most distinguished person in the world, but if you can't lift it, then it would not be appropriate to have Hagbah as an honor. Ideally, when one does Hagbah, the Torah should be open to the place that was just read. However, it's not ma'akev, meaning that if it was open to a different portion that's not from what was read, you don't have to do Hagbah again. B'Sefer Torah Ashkenazi tzarech magbil l'pachos liftoach es hasefer gedei shir min shlosh amudim, and according to Ashkenazi custom, again, the way our Torahs are, not the stand-up Sephardic version, but when we actually lift it up and show it to everyone, you have to show at least 3 columns of the Sefer. There are some who do Hagbah and make a mistake by lifting it up and turning a little bit to the right and to the left. And there are many people who are standing, let's say, towards the front of the shul that don't get to see the letters of the Sefer Torah. You have to make sure that when you do Hagbah, that everyone in the congregation, everyone sitting in the room can see the letters of the Torah. So therefore, it's appropriate when doing Hagbah to make a full circle, to go around, but also in a slow fashion so that everyone in the entire room can see all the letters of the Sefer Torah. There is a mitzvah that when you see Hagbah, men and women, when you see the letters, you should bow a little bit and say V'zos HaTorah. We often sing it. However, at Ashkenazim, we don't have the custom to bow down a little bit. Some say this is a good practice, and some say that no, actually it's better to bow down. We don't see that necessarily in our communities where people bow down. Some have the custom of holding out a finger when they say V'zos HaTorah, and afterwards they kiss their finger. V'yeshnogen lechos b'tzitzis latzbiya bala sefer. V'yachar kach min Ashkenaz hatzitzis. Some will hold up their tzitzis, and they will direct it towards the Torah and the tzitzis strings and kiss that afterwards. Interesting to find a source for this. It's a widespread custom of holding up a finger, which finger, second finger, pinky finger, etc. Not for now. The Gaonim instituted to say half Kaddish when you finish laning, just like we say after we read any psukim. We only say a half Kaddish, because we don't want to have too much of an interruption between Shmona Esrei and the latter part of davening, which is Ashrei Nevelot Zion, etc. Hashkenazim nogan lomer be'ez glila sefer Torah yehi ratzon, of yomim shein omrim tachnun ein nogan lomro. In Ashkenazi custom, on Mondays and Thursdays, while Hagbah and Galila is being performed, we say what's known as the Hiratzons, which are only said on a day which Tachnun is recited. Limiting Ashkenaz v'chelik mehas-Sephardim, machzirin es sefer HaTorah la'aron achar kriya b'Torah v'lifnei amiris Ashrei. According to Ashkenaz and some Sephardim, when we finish laning, we return the sefer Torah to the ark after we lane, and before we say Ashrei. Well, limited Chasidim v'rov Sephardim, and if you ever daven Nisach Sfarad and Sephard, machzirin es sefer achar v'latzion v'kadosh tiskabel. They say Uvalatzion, Kadosh Tiskabel, and then they put the Torah away. No, and of course, we have the custom of saying psukim when we take the Sefer Torah and we put it back in the Aron. Of course, we say Uvnuchi Yomar, etc. Eitz Chaim. I will also just add, for this week's Parsha, Parshas Kisavo, please look at an interesting Ramban that is found towards the beginning of the Parsha, where it says, Oror Asher Lo Yakim Es Divrei HaTorah Hazos, etc. The curses that are mentioned in the Parsha, it says, cursed is he who does not uphold the words of these Torah. But the Ramban goes on a bit of a tangent, and he says, this is a warning for those that don't do Hagbah and Galila properly, and that when those doing Hagbah should show the Sefer Torah to all the nations. So again, that's exactly what we're talking about here. So there's no coincidence. It's Hashem waving hello to us that we're reading this halacha in the week of Parshas Kisavo. And if you're looking for a nice Dvar Torah for Shabbos or an interesting libud, I suggest looking at that Ramban al HaChumash. And even, thank you so much for listening. Please continue davening for Chayalei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shalom L'chol B'Tzuei Yisrael, safe return of our hostages. Dedicating our learning to Nishmat Sarah and Daniel Shem and Rav Dora Michelle Yisham Yikum Damo. We will see you here next time. Wishing everybody a wonderful day.